Hello and welcome back to the Retro Video Game Market in Custard Factory in Birmingham. Just like last year, we're here to pick up some retro gaming goodies and to see some really wonderful, marvelous things. And well, hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy being here. So let's get right on to it. First up for grabs, well, what we're looking at is Streets of Rage 3 hack with Sonic the Hedgehog on a Genesis. Too bad I don't have a Genesis or a modified Mega Drive to play with it, so I'm going to have to give it a pass. But what I'm going to pick up, well, from my girlfriend discovered, is Spy vs. Spy on the NES. Quite an interesting game I've been looking at for a while, and yeah, but it's been a great start to pick up in this lovely copy. Splendid. Look at these lovely controllers. You can never have too much controllers in your life. That is a fact. You look, and Atari links to the box for Batman Returns. That's actually quite cool. And for your pin badge lovers, you are welcome. Some Super Nintendo games and nice decent stuff, but what's more interesting is these Famicom games right next to it. Now I never owned a Famicom myself, so and for myself pick up a game while I'm here, and what I'm going to pick up is this copy of The Goonies. Never tried it before, but once I put on my Retron 5, since the only thing I could play it with, I'm going to see what it's like. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it exists. I'll say some Japanese N64 and Super Nintendo games. Some nice decent stuff. Especially I've been sort of collecting Japanese Super Famicom games since my girlfriend gave me Super Mario RPG for Christmas. Thank you, Paige. Here's a stack of games I got for the first few minutes of being in there. So yeah, good stuff. And look, Tears of the Kingdom Collector's Edition. What a surprise! And look, a real PC Engine. Sweet. Next up, we got some random selection of games and some obviously PlayStations, Xbox 360, and this copy of Polka Pack with Pikachu's Adventure on the Wii, and this rather very interesting looking SNES control pad. Not really into game more controllers in the moment, but yeah, it's quite interesting to see that out in the wild. Obviously, some Game Gears and Game Boy stuff in there is all good. But what I'm seeing over there is a stack of NES games, and right there, as you can see, yep, it is indeed a copy of Metal Gear, the PAL version, of course. But the problem was the seller wanted £50 for it, which is far too much for what I wanted to pay for, especially I got a limited budget. Yeah, and try to hackle down and see if I can get it lower, but unfortunately they did not budge. So for now, I'm gonna have to give it a pass. Maybe in the future, if I get lucky enough to get one of the copies sooner or later. But for now, I might as well just miss it for another day. Oh, some old magazines like Game Master. Nice. Right, for this seller, he's got some really nice stuff in here. He's got some Game Boys up there, some random selection of Segas, Nintendos, or some lovely stuff in there. And some nice consoles in the box, out of the box, it's all good stuff. But what he does have, and I'm about to see in a bit, is something that's on my bucket list for quite some time. It is Bomberman on the Sega Saturn. Finally got myself a couple of one of these, and indeed I have actually bought it, and I'm actually going a bit of a deal with him, so thank you so much. That really made my day. And I got Castle Crystals for the Atari 2600 for a little cheap money, so yeah, not bad. Some random Sega games here, some Master System, some Mega Drive games, including this copy of the Menacer game, which I don't have the Menacer unfortunately, but yeah, maybe next time. And this copy of Robocop vs. the Terminator on the Master System. Bit expensive for just a single copy, but whatever. Look at this, the Real Amstrad CPC 464 with a monitor. Nice. Oh yeah, and behind the scenes, I just bought a copy of Top Gun on the NES, and the guy over there is actually cleaning it for me. So thank you so much for being a really nice gentleman. And look at a Tetris board game, which me and my girlfriend found once in a charity shop, which is actually quite nice. And yeah, so look at this intelligent stuff, and Mousetrap appears to be in the Atari 2600. Wish I could have picked this up, but I don't know why I didn't, but at least you know it exists, so maybe next time. Oh yeah, look at that. Some Japanese Famicom stuff in the box. Really nice. And very nice some various games in here, which is actually pretty good. Oh, look at that. Mega Man Anniversary Collection on the GameCube. Sorry. Yep, so that's quite nice. And look at that. A real Nintendo Famicom disc game on the wild. That is actually really cool. Yep, but you can't have too much amiibos. Except you don't have room for them, which I have. Anyway, some nice decent stuff around here. Nothing too special, not much, but there's some action figures, well, action wrestling figures here. Some PSP games. Actually, we need to look at my PSP and update my collection as we speak. Yep, some nice bits of balls. Oh, look at that. Some Game Boy and some N64 games. Looks like in Japanese. Including things my girlfriend's holding a copy of Kirby on the N64. Now, if I had my N64 modded and for multi-regions, I would have picked that up, but since I don't, yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a pass. Some PlayStation 2 stuff, nice decent selection there, and well, also a copy of Ghostmaster. Never seen this, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, it looks, yes, looks decent. And obviously, my girlfriend's dying for me to try Sly games, obviously for many reasons. But I think there's a trilogy version somewhere, so it's probably best to get that copy to save me some room and probably save me some money. Look at a Home Alone 2 on the NES. Don't bother, it is absolute rubbish. Hey, look at that, Elvira, the arcade game on the Amiga. Now, this is quite interesting because I have got the Amiga 500 Mini and actually got the game downloaded onto the system. So, yep, I can play that on my Mini, but it's quite cool to see the actual disc in the wild. Some nice handouts, cheap handouts, and obviously some multi-Famicom games, including, and also this reproduction copy of The Adventure of Link and the Grey cards. Quite interesting, but obviously not my kind of thing at the moment. Obviously this EverDrive for the Mega Drive. So that's a roll tongue right there. Yeah, some pretty decent stuff in there, but obviously not in the market at the moment, but maybe in the future. Yeah, some pretty decent stuff. Not all bad. And yeah, look at that, a copy of Pokemon Yellow for the NES. Maybe next time I'll probably pick that up. Right, some more selection of random games, including obviously Nintendo, Sega's and all that. Yeah, some pretty decent stuff. But look at this Dreamcast EMU in the Seafood Blue. I've never seen that before in real life, so that's quite interesting to see. Look at that, Pokemon Pikachu N64. You know, my girlfriend had one of these in the past and sold it too cheaply, and now she deeply regrets it. Oh yeah, some more nice games over here. We've got some Mario plushies over here. And look, Knight Rider on the NES. So, Paraphatic, if you're watching this, you're welcome. These are controller stands, 3D printed of course, from various controllers. Oh, to be fair, we already got some for display, so I'm not really interested in those at the moment. But what I'm looking interesting is these modded handhelds and game consoles. They all look absolutely magnificent. I wish I had one of these at the moment, but yeah, again, bit of budget, so maybe next time. And I love the fact you see a Sega Nomad with a nice display screen. It is actually really cool. Nothing on the Sega Saturn side, but at least I got my Bomberman, and that's more important. These are actual Joy-Con covers that my girlfriend's always been interested in. The guy talked to us in the accounting behind the behind the desk. Is actually owns this website. So if you're interested in customizing your Switch with these nice gifts, go visit our website. I highly recommend it. Since he actually did a Tears of the Kingdom joystick cover, so that'd be quite interesting to see. And what's this? A Sega PC game. Never seen one of these before. That's quite cool. Oh look, a wild-side dog has been found. Yep, some PlayStation stuff here, and well, my girlfriend was trying to find a zine on the PlayStation 2, and well, spoiler alert, in the end of the day, couldn't find one, but she did find something else that she actually liked, so stay tuned for that. Obviously some Dreamcast, some Sega, and there's some couple of NES games. Nice, decent stuff. Hey Rob, how's it going? So nice selection of pretty expensive games up there. Yeah, look at that. So finding some Xbox One games in the retro game market. Is it really that old already? Jesus. And then moving on to the next table, we've got some Mega Drive games, we've got some NES over there, some PlayStation, some nice decent stuff, and oh yeah, there we go. This is a game that my girlfriend wants me to play. It is Rugrats Search for Reptar on the PlayStation 1. Now, I have pretty bad experience with Rugrats games, especially the N64 ones, but my girlfriend insists this is a good game, so might as well bite the bullet and try it out myself. But yeah, there you go, she got me Rugrats for £5. More Sega Saturn stuff. Again, nothing interesting, but all I found is this copy of Sewer Shark on the Mega CD. Now, I've never seen a case like this before personally, but yeah, since obviously I'm trying to get more Mega CD games in my collection, I might as well pick it up. Again, didn't pay the full price and made it actually a few quid off, so yeah, happy days. What's this? Another PC engine I see? Bloody hell, they really are selling quite a fair few of these in here. Or was that probably the same one we saw before, but who knows. Obviously some obviously Wii games, some more Dreamcast. You can never have too much Dreamcast. Didn't I say that before? And I got this Final Fantasy on the Famicom for a few quid. Nice. Obviously, we got some Game Gear. Oh, bloody hell, 70 quid for an N64 game? Outrageous. Obviously, we got some various selection of games. A couple of box amiibos in there. Got some nice PlayStation games right here. This is the game I was talking about earlier, which she got her hands on, is Xena on the PlayStation. Not a very good game, obviously, but she loves Xena, so yeah, this one has to have a nice copy, finally into her collection. She didn't pay full prices, obviously. I managed to hack her down, so that's a good thing. Look at some Atari 2600 games. Finally, get to see some nice big selection there. And I think I did get some couple of games from this seller as well. Just need to remember. Well, look at that, the N64 passport. Basically, it's a universal pass-through for the N64. Kind of like my Super Nintendo one, but obviously for a different console. And again, look at the PlayStation 2 stuff. And I believe this is a copy of Evil Dead on the PlayStation 2. She gave me her copy of Evil Dead on the PlayStation 1, which is, release. It's well, there's something to add to my collection, but it is what it is. Look at that, I found Pac-Man on the Atari 2600, a very infamous one. But what I also found is, well, you're going to see in a minute, is a copy of Pac-Man Jr. on the Atari 2600, which is actually quite nice. Look at that, Smurfs on the Atari 2600. I wonder what that's like. Oh, look at that, a copy of Frog as well. Sweet. Well, look at a bunch of Game Gear games. Some obviously various ports of games up there. Some Mega Drive stuff. Oh, this yellowed Super Nintendo. Ooh. Oh no, there's another game that she got me that she wants to, punish me. Captain Scarlet on the PlayStation 2. Although at least I got some Breath of the Wild text stickers, which are quite interesting. And look, we got some nice selection of video game mugs. Now, the reason why we're here is because I accidentally broke one of mugs, and now I've got to buy a new one. Also, she picked up what she wanted, and now she is happy. Some more Japanese XTC4 and various games over there. Quite nice. Oh, look at this! Well, Mega Man Soccer for the Super Famicom. That's interesting. But I also got Mega Man X, which I got the PAL version, so I don't really need that. But again, some nice decent selection. But secretly, what I wanted to find was a copy of Super Back to the Future 2, which is actually pretty expensive. So I was hoping to get one of these in here sooner or later, but sadly no. But I do have, I got picked up, there's a copy of Chrono Trigger on the Super Famicom, which is excellent. So that's probably just as good. So, yep, I'd be happy to pick that up. Ugh, what the hell is that? Put it away before it curses us. And that's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. It will really help. And don't forget to subscribe as well to support this channel. And I hope you really had a nice day. And I'll see you the next time. But for now, let's have a look at what me and Paige got all together.